Good morning, my beautiful stars. How are you today? I'm here to tell you that it's been a tough week. I don't know about you guys, but I have been through some very powerful revelations and changes and total transformation of the way I think and what I was doing the previous week. So, when it comes to careers. Now, we did have some cards showing last week that showed changes where money was concerned or careers. Um, Sometimes we get ourselves in situations that we feel is important in some way. Either we're trying to appease someone that we feel we have a responsibility to, or perhaps even a false sense of ego within ourselves, and we continue down a path that we know is not good for us or it hurts us in some way. Sometimes we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to say no, even if it hurts, even if you're taking a complete and total risk. You're just taking a leap of complete faith and saying, okay, I'm done. I can no longer um, hurt myself to make others happy, and just change. The angels are giving us a very strong message this week that if you find yourself in a situation that you dislike completely, you have to communicate that to others. Someone is always in place to guide you to the next step. They always have someone there that can help you, even if it's a complete surprise as to who that person ends up being that actually helps you through the horrific situation that you may be in that you need to change. If you're not happy on the path that you're on, then you need to really evaluate what you have done, why you did it, and then just take a leap of faith. The angels are saying to do so. Um, don't stay in situations that hurt you, because you do not grow. You actually go in the opposite direction, and then you have to catch up. All that wasted time, all that wasted effort, it drains you of energy that you need. It's vital energy from your spirit. You become disconnected from source and from Mother Earth. And you don't want that, because it does hurt. It does hurt terribly. So that is my guided message for you guys this week. If you are in a situation that you dislike, you need to reevaluate it and you need to change. Even if you feel that the ground is going to move away and you are going to fall, have faith that the angels are going to go like this and catch you, and then they're going to place you in another situation that is more in tune with you. Okay, more your path, or something that you're more familiar with, until you get a grasp on the ground again, and then you can move forward to whatever it is you're trying to do. For this week, I am going to use the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and a different Oracle card that I haven't used prior to this, and perhaps I'll even use another just to give addition to our messages. All right. From the Angel Tarot card, the bottom card of the deck, after I laid out the cards, was the World card. The World card is a Major Arcana card, and it is the end of the Major Arcana. That means that a cycle that you have been on has ended, or is about to end, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You're starting to reevaluate the things that you've done up to this point, and you're closing cycles. You're changing the way that you think and the way that you act, emotionally, physical, spiritually. On this card, it shows the Archangel Michael. He is my ultimate protector. I pray to him every single day because I truly adore the angelic energies and his, most of all, because he is a protector and he's righteous, and he does not allow evil anywhere near him. He destroys it when he sees it. So I really love this angel, and I pray to him constantly. When I think of it, I'm always talking to him. In his hands, he holds the wand to the conscious mind and the wand to the unconscious mind. Above and below him are the symbols of eternity. He is eternal, He is always with us, and He's always protecting us on our path. This card depicts the fact that we have mastered control over our conscious mind and our unconscious mind. We're using it in unison to move us forward. Behind him are the 4 suits. So we're using the energy from all 4 suits, the wands, the air, the water, and the fire, in order to propel us forward. And we're mastering these elements. So hooray for all of us. He's also in the laurel, in the middle of the wreath. That means victory. So there's some victory that we have achieved, whether it's on a spiritual level or on a physical level or both. We are achieving some sort of victory, and the angels are applauding us. Michael is applauding us because we're finally seeing some of our past mistakes, or some of the things that have happened to us in the past that we will no longer deal with, or will no longer put up with, or will no longer do these mistakes. We're going to start seeing past them and not letting them bring us down, because every time we act in fear or act through our ego, or think that we're, doing something good just because we're helping someone else, or and going against our very nature, is a mistake. They don't want us to do that. So the sooner we see this, the better off we will be. And this was the bottom of the deck, so this is the energy that we're working through, what we have achieved so far. The first card that we have, and it's no surprise to me, is number 5, the Hierophant. And this deck is called Unity. 5 is the number of change. Complete change in many ways. The card says, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. In whatever situation that you are dealing with, you need to seek out others that can help you. They can be a mentor, someone you can look up to, someone you can emulate, learn from. The Hierophant, in the traditional deck, it's depicted as a pope, as a priest, as someone with the keys of knowledge, and it has others that are watching him, that are learning from him. So it's viewpoints and traditional ways of thinking, of being. It's big businesses, churches, organizations that are true to tradition, that have always worked a certain way, and they'll always believe in a certain way. And this card is coming to us, I believe, this week in order to wake us up, to think, what, are you still going to follow tradition the way that everything has always worked for you? Truly, has it worked for you? Or is it about time that you change? That you bring some change into your life? Because tradition sometimes doesn't work for all of us. Traditions are about to be changed, broken, discarded, so that something new comes about for not just you and me, but humanity as a whole. I have been looking into these sort of situations, and in the coming years, these children that are being born now are going to lead us into a new way of living. They're going to go through hell on earth, because everything is going to change, and the way that their parents have lived or have viewed things are going to be completely different as these children are growing up. And they're going to lead us into something new. But there's a lot of hell that's going to go through those years that they will need protection, and they will need looking after from the parents. So it's a call out to the parents, the grandparents of children that are being born at this time. Take care of them. They will need extra protection because they're very vulnerable, they're very kind and loving, but it's what we will need later on in life, because man is going to go through a lot of changes. And we have to start it now. We have to change now. Our viewpoints, our traditions, everything has to change from within. The angel Sandalphon, who takes prayers to heaven, brings them back to us. They're trying to answer our prayers. We're asking for change. We're asking for things to be different in our lives. Therefore, we have to change. We can't keep going the way we're going and expect to be happy, because it's not going to happen. The second card is Ten of Water. A happy family. This is what we're striving for. We're striving to unite our families, to be happy. Our children to be able to be free. Not go with the way things have been all of this time. Work, work, work. Give the money to the man, and then what have you got left? Barely nothing. You're unhappy all the time. You're toiling to work and to figure out how you're going to come up with the next dime, when all they're doing is coming up with ways on how to give it back to them. So you don't get to keep any of it or enjoy any of it. You want this. You want the Ten of Cups. You want your family to be united. You want it to be happy. You want to be able to enjoy your life, your emotions to be clear, to be loving. This is what you want. And in order to achieve this, you have got to change radically. We all do, people. This is a big call out. I'm serious. I'm channeling stuff that's beyond even my comprehension now. There will be victory in the end. If you don't fear this big change that's coming, don't fear it. Because in the end, you will be victorious. Here you are, riding in on your white horse, where you're true of heart. Your emotions are free. They're clean. They're loving and kind. You're doing things out of your pure heart. It's not coming from a dark place. It's coming from a light place, from a white place, from a clean place. You're wanting this family to be happy. You're wanting to be happy. And in order to make your dreams come true and be happy, you have got to change big time. And it's going to hurt, but yet, in the end, you'll achieve victory. Your family will be happy. They'll be united. The emotions will be in a lighter place, an elevated place. Don't listen to people that are negative or naysayers. That's only going to hurt you. You are a wonderful person, full of light. You are all my precious little stars. But you need to change, as I do as well, and I have begun. I stood up for myself, and the change that happened to me at my workplace last week was incredible. Because I no longer wanted to deal with what others wanted me to do. I decided I could no longer do it, or bear with it, or deal with it, and I dropped. I said, okay, I give in, I give up. I want to see where this takes me. And someone said, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let you go, and I'm going to move you to this other place because I feel you're worth keeping and you're worth staying here. But they moved me to a different position, and I was very appreciative. I still am. But my point is, don't fear change. Don't fear what you have to do, even if you feel that you're going to fall in a hole and you're not going to be able to crawl back out of it. That's not true. The angels will hold you and they'll pop you right back up again, because you finally stood up for what you believed, for what was real in your heart. And I want you guys to stand up for yourselves too, in many ways. I feel they're pulling me like the connection, because I'm speaking the truth to all of you guys. We're being manipulated by those in power, and we need to lessen that hold that they have on our minds and our souls and our families. And try to wake them up, people. This is a wake-up call from the angels. You need to wake up and see what you're doing and where you're headed. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Are you going to be happy? Is your family going to be united? You need to start working to unite your family and to make them happy, because this is something that's going to be very important in the coming years. I hope I didn't veer too much off of my reading. Because I'm running out of time, I'm going to do a second reading, guidance. Guidance from the archangels. That comes next. Alright guys, I love you guys truly, from my heart to yours. I send you lots of love and a great big virtual hug. I also want to tell you, if you would like a personal reading with me, check the links below. Everything is listed there. And I will talk to you again next week. And I will have additional videos that go out today, because I have a lot to say. I know I'm coming up to you a little late, but I needed to rest. I overworked myself last week. Alright, kisses. Bye for now.